think we have just about everybody, but can always give it a couple more minutes and see if a few more folks show up. My name is Grace Goschuk, and I am a second-year teacher at Gibson Yale Elementary in the Anglophone West District, and I am a part of the new teacher learning community as well. And Amber has asked me to introduce Mr. McTimoney here today. So Mr. McTimoney is our school superintendent, and he's going to share a lot more about his role with us today. A fun fact that Amber shared with me that I loved was that you went back to teach for 2 years at Summerhill Elementary after becoming superintendent, so that you could learn more about K to 5, which I especially enjoyed because Amber actually taught me at Summerhill Elementary, where I was also a student. So
there
always goes full circle.
That's great. Yes. Yeah, I was actually a student at Summerhill Elementary School as well from 1977 to 1983. So it was where I went to elementary. Back then it was kindergarten to grade 6. And now it's a grade 3 to 5 school.
Yes.
And yes, I was very fortunate. The District Education Council gave me a leave of absence for 2 years. So for 2017 to 2019, I took a break from being a superintendent and was the principal at Summerhill. So it was a great experience.
Awesome. That was a little tidbit that Amber shared with me that I love.
Yeah, that's
well,
right.
Welcome, Mr. McTimoney, and the floor is all
Thank
yours.
You. All right. Well, thank you. And it's good to be here, and I'd like to have the opportunity to chat with really with any staff, but in particular teachers. It's teachers and in the classroom. That's where the magic all happens. I can just share a little bit about myself and then can open the floor to maybe tell you a little bit about what's going on, and then I'll open the floor. This is my 29th year in education. I began as a high school math and science teacher at Cambridge Narrows Community School, about 45 minutes down the road from Fredericton. And I was there for 4 years as high school math and science teacher. I actually, in my 4th year there, had an opportunity to be the acting vice principal for half of a year. Our vice principal of the day was on an educational leave for half the year, and I was able to step up and be the acting vice principal. And that's really where I got the bug for school administration. I began my master's right away and finished that in the year 2000. So I shouldn't say began it right away. I had been working on my master's at that time, so that's what allowed me to be qualified to take that role. Plus, nobody else applied, so that's probably the biggest reason why I got the job. But I was doing my master's from 98 to 2000, and in 99, I went to Ormukto High as a teacher, a math and science teacher. And then in 2001, I became the vice principal at Ridgeview Middle School. So that's when everybody says, where were you? When on the day of 9/11, I was on outside duty at Ridgeview Middle School when that happened. I was just at Ridgeview for 1 year as a vice principal. And then I went to Ormukto High as a vice principal for 4 years, and then 2 more years as an acting principal when the principal of the day left to go to China. She took a leave and went to become a principal of a school in China. And when she came back, after having been principal for a couple of years, it was kind of hard to go back and be the vice principal in the same school. So I left Ormukto High and became a subject coordinator. Back then it was called a learning specialist for science and phys ed and high school programs and professional learning. And this was in former School District 17, which is the Ormukto, Minto, Chipman area. And I was the learning specialist for 2 years. And then in 2010 is when I became a superintendent. Again, for former District 17. A couple of years later, it was in 2012, the school districts in New Brunswick reorganized and Anglophone West was created. It was the combination of the Ormukto School District, 17, the Fredericton School District, District 18, and the Woodstock School District, District 14. And I was appointed superintendent and began that role in the summer of 2012 and have been here ever since, except for those 2 years when I had leave to be a principal at Summerhill Elementary, which really was quite an important step in my career, not only for for my own professional learning, but for career longevity. I'm here, as I mentioned, I'm in my 29th year of education. So all of you are teachers, you kind of know how it goes. You could probably figure that maybe I'm in my last 5 years of the world of teaching, but I'm not sure I would have been able to make it had I not taken those 2 years to refocus, to get grounded again. And that's not to say being the principal of an elementary school is an easy job. It was a demanding job. It was very rewarding, but one that allowed me to get re-energized, get reconnected with teachers and kids and parents and a school community. So one that was very important to me, and really quite nice that it was in the elementary school that I attended as a kid as well. I also attended Ormuckto High School as a teenager and was fortunate enough to work there in several capacities. I knew towards the end of those 2 years, though, that I wanted to come back and continue my term as a superintendent, and because I like the big picture, and although as educators, education is what we love, and learning and teaching and supporting kids, I'm also someone that likes the business side of the role as well. So that's why this job is suited for me. I like the buses. I like the buildings. I like the budgets and the money and even the human resources side of things. I like that, although that can be challenging at times. So that's where I am right now. A brief introduction of me as a superintendent in Anglophone West. And I can tell you that this year has been a very busy year, as you know. A lot of the things that I've been working on would include, as you probably know, the startup of the school year in the media. A significant amount of the time was Provincial Policy 713, and there's the back and forth between the ministry and the district education councils. So that's been an important topic on my desk this year in terms of enrollment and district growth. Our enrollment is increasing, and it's mostly due to immigration, to newcomers coming to our province and to our school district. We see it the most in the city of Fredericton, but we see it at other places as well, in Edmundston and in particular in Florenceville, Bristol, in Chipman. We're seeing growth scattered throughout the district, but we certainly do see it in Fredericton in a significant way. With that comes growth in infrastructure as well. We're very fortunate last year to have opened a brand new school in Hanwell, a K-8 school that now has about 550 kids. We have a school on the north side of Fredericton set to open in September of 2024 to take the enrollment pressure off of Gibson Neal. And then we have another elementary school on Fredericton's north side set to open in 2 years, in September of 2025. And that's to replace the aging infrastructure of Nassis Memorial Elementary School and McAdam Avenue Elementary School, which has now been torn down in favor of building that new structure. I took a drive by there today, actually, and I see the steel frame is up at McAdam Avenue. The new school that's set to open here in September 2024, you can really see it shaping up as a school now. It's on Cuffman Street on the north side. Other topics, I guess, that I'm working on each and every day would include the area of human resources. I work quite closely with Karen Morton, the director of HR. There are a lot of positives working in that area when it comes to recruitment and and supporting teachers and staff. And but there's also some challenges as well in terms of responding and the need to coordinate investigations or responding to employees who may have crossed the line in one way or another. So that seems to be something that lands on my desk a fair amount. And in the world of education, of course, we're seeing in the K-2 level the introduction of and we're well into it now with the EGLA and with the reading the I'll forget maybe the right word, the blocks of learning, the reading blocks of learning, of reading. And we at the high school level, we're working on the implementation of the new high school graduation requirements. And seeing centers of excellence that have been supportive of schools and experiential learning. Lots of really cool things that are happening in education. So that's a little bit about my background and a little bit about what's on the go right now. I'm working a lot with my employer. My employer, by the way, is the District Education Council, which is an elected body, same time as the municipal elections. And they serve as the governing body of our district in a policy governance model, and their only employee is the superintendent. And then every other employee in Anglophone West is an employee of the superintendent through the reporting channels that we have set up. So the District Education Council isn't your employer as a teacher in Anglophone West, but the council is my employer. Some might think, I thought you were employed by the minister, and although I would have a sense of accountability to the minister, and that's mostly through the deputy minister or the assistant deputy minister, and I tend to, to cooperate and to follow their lead. My true employer is the District Education Council, and your true employer would be the superintendent, and again through our director team, and at the school level through principals. So there, I've taken half of the 30 minutes to talk. Why not take the other half to answer questions or anything that might be on your mind? Much to. Did you each want to say hello and introduce yourself and tell me what school you're at? Pretty quiet group. That's good. All right. Well, it was good to have a chance to connect with you and to say hello. You know what? I think you've all chosen a very good profession, and there's no question that there are challenges within our profession. And sometimes you hear about those challenges publicly through the media or through social media. And you hearing about them, there's no way to escape that. But my hope for you is that when you hear about them, you reflect on it and sort of counter that with what's good about this profession. And I'm on the tail end of my career in education, and I'm so happy that this is the path that I chosen. It really is a good career. It's one of those careers where in terms of stability, and financial stability and job security, that it's good. It's one of those things where, if you're smart with your money, if you're wise, that you'll always be comfortable. You'll never be rich unless of course, you win the lottery or do something crazy on the side, but it's a very comfortable living and a rewarding profession, not only in connecting with kids, but also in connecting with colleagues and other adults in the system. So I'm pleased that you're in our system, and I'm glad to have had the chance to chat with you today, and look forward to meeting you in person sometime in the future. So thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Just to make sure, does anybody have any last minute questions, or you're all good? We might be good. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you in a couple weeks.
That's right. I'll be there.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Have a great rest of your
Welcome.
week.
Bye-bye.